Welcome to the Emo Social Club podcast, broadcasting to you live from emosocialclub.tv. I am Brian.
And I'm Lizzie, and we're here with our friends in OKCool, Bridget and Haley. Welcome, guys, to the podcast.
Thank you.
Round of applause.
Round of applause.
I'm okay. I'm cool. We're okay, cool.
Please tell me that's what you do when you play live.
Yep. Oh yeah, when we play live, play, we have never played. Live.
I'm just saying. Now you could say yes. That is what we're going to do for all of our future concerts.
Oh my god! Imagine having a concert.
We're gonna have so many bits and goofs and gaffs when we get to play them.
Hell yeah!
Prepare skits, and we will line them up, and everything will be scripted. Absolutely,
actually,
everything.
That's gonna be your inevitable audio tree. It's gonna just be a bunch of skits. They're gonna be like, "Where's the music?" Don't worry about it.
Don't worry
about it.
I'll just like get extreme performance anxiety and just decide to go only with the skits. Just
Fantastic.
hammer them on, and we'll have a nice little improvisational session, and we'll talk about some things that really matter to us, and then we'll leave.
Right.
You could like introduce a song for like 30 minutes.
just
like you keep like trying to get to it, and then you like don't get to it, and then right then you're just like,
I keep running out of breath and panting.
Yeah. All right. I'll have you both introduce yourselves individually, say what you do in the band, and go from there. So everybody knows who you are.
My first name's okay, but my middle name is Haley. So I go by Haley. And I play bass in the band, and this is my homie.
My name is Cool, but I go by Bridget. And my name is Bridget, and I play drums and I play guitar, and I sing reluctantly, and that's what I do.
Love it.
We've got you on because you have an EP coming out tomorrow. When we're talking right now, it's tomorrow, but when you're listening to this later, it's
over the weekend.
Past. Yeah. Mm-hmm. So that's how time travel works.
Yeah, we're stoked. That's happening at midnight tonight. So
it might honestly even be 11. Sometimes Spotify does that.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's like early. They're in the future.
Yeah.
New York gets it first.
Yeah.
I guess we all get it at the same time though.
Yeah.
Yeah, but like they get it a little bit earlier in their day.
Yeah, they'll literally roll it out through the time zones. The song just completely like travels like that. It's really insane what they've come up with.
And it's weird. I don't know. I wish that, like, there I am sitting there at my computer waiting for a midnight drop, and I'm like, oh, it's 11. I can definitely like I'll at least be able to check it out like early. I don't have to stay up late to be like, oh, cool, new music that I like. It's like, oh, thank you, time zones, for helping me go to bed on time.
Yeah.
Yeah, and what's wild is that I literally I make sure to select every time, right? Like it's either the choice on the distributor that we use, which is DistroKid because it's cheap. You can either do like New York time exclusively or just like, your relative time zone. And I always click relative time zone, and it always uploads at 11. So I don't care enough to fix it. So just enjoy.
They're just saying, I need you to get on the level of everybody else because everybody just, for some reason, is on New York time, but us.
Works for me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Abolish time. I think we're done.
Abolish.
Yeah. Well,
time is irrelevant.
I've had enough.
I've had enough of time.
Too much time.
I've done
Daylight
so much
savings.
in the one.
I can't do it.
Yeah.
Get it out of here. Get it out of here.
So we can officially say that we all agree, get rid of daylight savings time.
Get rid of everything.
Get rid of daylight.
Okay.
Just shut it down. We're suffering.
We're actually going to go to Illinois State, and we're going to present to them, I just need you to get rid of time. I don't care how you do it. Get rid of it.
We're going to take that to Illinois State.
Yeah, we're going to take it to
We're going to take
government.
it to ISU. They're going to solve our problem?
Oh, the college is actually in charge.
Could you
No, it's the
imagine
college. The college is in charge.
She thought you were
the big
talking about
conspiracy?
You fool.
Girl, that's a party school there and not solving your problem.
Yeah, I did at first hear it as the school, and then I'm like, oh no, right, government. Like
Either way,
Springfield.
the government all the way up to the Supreme Court.
All the
You
way
guys know
up.
that-
Do we abolish time? And everyone's going to agree after this whole hellscape year. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And then everyone says, congratulations.
We should also acknowledge that you're from Chicago, so we're like all homies here.
Chicago burbs. I don't want to make anyone mad.
Ooh, well now I'm
Yeah.
upset.
We literally
Brian
were
gets
in
upset
Chicago
with me
right
too.
now.
Okay, we're not from here.
We've lived in Chicago for like 6 years now.
You're gonna get the internet mad. You shouldn't.
No, that
She
counts.
doesn't-
We're
That's
gonna
fine.
get beef. This is gonna go on TikTok, and we're gonna get beef from like one of the Chicago TikTokers,
Good.
and I'll be like, I
Please
don't, know
don't send us beef.
Only
Send us the
303
beef.
can send the beef.
No, they're vegan. They don't want beef.
We
Oh my
have the meats.
Look. I was born in Chicago. I lived here for 2 years.
Brian, you
and then
were
my
born
family
in the
moved to
suburbs of Chicago.
I was not. Lizzie.
You
I'm
know
telling
what?
the truth.
I was born in Chicago. Whoa, back off. I was born in Chicago.
I hate this.
My dad almost drove through one of those wait, what? Beep boop. I don't know. You got to pay the toll thing.
Oh yeah.
The toll
I was born in
way.
the city,
The arm things.
Where were you born?
Chicago.
Down the road?
I don't know. Advocate
Chicago.
in Chicago.
You don't know where you were born? I know the exact hospital I was born in. Do you guys?
Yeah.
Do you guys know where you were born?
Northwestern.
They know. You were born in
Michigan
Northwestern.
Avenue.
Ooh, are you smart?
No.
Are you
Not the college, the hospital on Michigan Avenue, right downtown.
Connected.
Your parents said I'm gonna go that far for you?
They lived there. Lizzie, I have to remind you, they lived
they had a
in Chicago.
residency?
That they were residents of Chicago when I was born.
And
I
then
feel
they
like
said
Lizzie's
I'm
like coming
taking
at
my
me
big
here.
ass my big ass headed son to the suburbs
Excuse
of
me.
Chicago.
My parents lived in the suburbs and they drove to Chicago to birth
Oh.
me because my mom worked downtown. So that's where all her appointments were. So
Yeah, there you
I
go.
don't, but that was real inconvenient when it came time for me.
I was
get
about to
born,
say
so-
she was
Yeah.
probably like, stay in, hope for the best.
But now you get to say I was born in Chicago.
She was probably like, road trip, the worst time possible.
She's like,
No,
is it funsies? It's a challenge.
they wanted like a higher tax on the birth.
Apparently.
I have no idea how much I cost to be born. So do you guys know that about yourselves?
No, I know the
No.
hospital, but I don't know the amount of. I don't have a
How much
receipt.
did you cost to come into this world?
How much have I
more than I'm
cost
worth.
this far in life?
Yeah, how much have
You'll
I
never
cost
know.
this world to just to exist? The garbage I must have just collected over my entire life. I have been a detriment to this planet
What is my
They're not
carbon
even
output?
recyclable.
until tomorrow when the new EP drops.
And then the EP drops and
There we
everything is.
go.
Now
We'll
you're
cancel out.
finally.
We will be
yeah.
at net zero.
I'm excited to announce that listening to this EP will remove all your carbon
Footprint.
footprints.
Hell yeah.
That's really crazy.
It is insane. Thank you.
That's legit.
I didn't know
So-
you were actually leading the Green New Deal. That's really insane to me.
Thank you. It's time we get the recognition we deserve for that. And
Yeah.
I really
Yeah.
appreciate you saying it.
Of course, it has to be said, has to be noted.
Say no more.
I'm really trying hard to put an Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez like pun with OKCool since it's like AOKCool. Let's
Oh,
see,
no,
it work.
Brian.
My brain is operating.
AOKC.
Yeah,
AOKC.
AOKC.
Yeah.
I love her. I have nothing bad to say about her. Go AOC.
Oh yeah. No.
Yes.
I'm big fan.
We're
We
a
stand.
pro AOC podcast.
Yeah.
I love to see
Yes.
it. I love to
Yes.
AOC it.
AOC versus 303.
I'm saying
AOC versus 303.
puns are there. The puns. Imagine if 303 joined up with like a campaign event for AOC. It'd be
No, they're
amazing.
definitely Trump band for sure.
No,
would
they're
not
not.
be-
They're super.
Really?
I've seen them on TikTok, so I feel like
Yeah. There was an
That doesn't
example.
tell you
I don't
anything.
remember what it was though. There was like definitely like a thing, but I can't remember it now.
they give me like Biden vibes.
Yeah.
Oh, big Biden vibes.
They
Oh,
give me
neoliberal
Biden like
vibes for sure.
centrist, yeah.
Like, okay.
Oh, Nat did a gun control tweet the other day because of the shooting in Boulder.
Okay.
So I remember seeing that. He's like, yeah, this is fucking crazy that we're still not like outlawing guns. And I'm like, yes.
It's so funny
Go
how it's
on.
like such like a basic, it's like truly a basic thing to you, but then you're like, oh God, at least they think that. Or like,
Yeah.
oh, okay, at least they're like somewhat like a decent human. It's just insane. Like sometimes when you have to kind of like lower your standards or your expectations of people just to like, remain friends with them.
Like, I don't love the idea that there's like 3 levels of what you have to do when you're like finding out about an artist now or an artist release music and you're
Dude,
like,
I know.
is the
I know.
music good? Great.
Mhm.
Have they said anything on Twitter that could be deemed offensive to any certain group of
Anybody.
anybody?
Anybody.
Anybody who's minding their damn business.
Look, if you said every white guy with a beard looks exactly the same. Like, that's not offensive. That's fact. That's known truth. Like, every white guy with a beard is the exact same fucking
We
person.
could put Brian in a Brian in a lineup of like various different men at any emo night, and I'd be like, okay.
I'm literally wearing a red plaid, and like 5 other people at the event will also be wearing a red plaid.
I couldn't tell the difference until he yelled at me.
There is a breed of man that is bald and has a long black beard and always wears a hat, and I cannot tell any of them apart. And
They're all the fucking same.
They're all the same.
It's one person, and it never is the person I think it is.
And I'm saying this is not offensive, right? None of this is what we're saying right now is offensive. So like, you could say that as a band, and I'd be like, gotta listen to that band. But like the 3 levels of like vetting a band, I'm like, dude, I just like the song, man. I just heard it. I didn't want to know about how you thought or believed or think or do anything.
I have lost so many idols. It is actually insane. I was the biggest brand new fan, you guys.
Mm-hmm.
I love that music. I was going to get a tattoo, a science fiction tattoo.
Mm-hmm.
That album had just come out. It was incredible. They toured the US. I saw them play The Devil and God originally signed me live, which is my favorite album. Okay.
All right. Stop with the promo.
Yeah, I know.
Too much screen time.
Too much screen.
Too much screen time.
White boys out of here.
Yeah,
stop causing them out. Trouble. Get out of here.
Agreed.
Brian, I think you might need to step out for a hot second.
I can.
Brian's cool.
I'm not going to. Look, I could just swap in with any other bearded guy.
Oh my God.
Just come in here and you'd be like, Brian, can you do the podcast? And they'd be like, I really don't know what we're doing here.
They're gonna be like, can I drink beer? And we're gonna be like, yeah. You're like, yeah.
It's craft.
It works.
Of course it is.
An IPA.
Of course it is.
I have a fine IPA.
Oh God.
I definitely made this in my
IPA
kitchen.
versus AOC versus 303 versus OKC.
That's gonna be the title of the episode. Is just a bunch of beef. In the title.
Yeah.
It's like some of these people are our friends. Some of these people are beef.
Yeah, completely impossible to read.
All right, so you started this band then during this quarantine experience. So that's why you haven't played shows. That's why I'm assuming it.
Yeah, we started in February or maybe January is when we started writing last year, and then we recorded in like February and March, and then it came out in June.
Gotcha.
And that was EP1.
That was the first EP. So that was like, we had some stuff lined up, but it like, maybe it was like the 14th of March is when I think my last thing that I had on my plate like got canceled. And I think the week after that or something, we were like booked for a couple of shows and a couple of things like that. So real close.
Yeah.
Did not make it.
So close. So was it like, it was already like being created before then? It wasn't like, oh, we're sitting at home, let's do this thing.
We kind of had been like wanting to write together for a while. We'd been in a couple bands together, and it was just something we'd always talked about. And then Bridget said she kind of wanted to switch from playing drums to playing guitar in a project.
Not
switch, but just like get some experience playing guitar in a project too. So then we just started kind of writing together, and we wrote Ice Skates together, one of the songs on Anomia. And it kind of went from there. I think the pandemic gave us like more time to really focus in on it, but it did start like slowly before that.
Right.
That was my question, because I was like, oh, you guys are doing something outside of like your other band, the Weekend Run Club, which everybody, if you listen to this podcast long enough, know that we've talked to them about like 2 years ago at this point.
Yeah, it's been a while.
Yeah.
We call them social club heads.
No, we called it like a cult.
Moe's Tavern or something, and we were like in the weird back room, and we just, like, did an interview. But yeah,
the bar with the carpeting. What I would give to be there right now, though.
Please.
Can I tell you?
Had a dog at the bar too. I remember.
Yeah, they did. They did had a dog at the bar.
It was kind of scary. Like, I love dogs, but you go to pet it, and it would like, you're like, oh. But the guy was like, oh yeah, she's friendly to like some people, and it was like, oh, okay.
I guess I'm not some people.
Yeah, it was
it's like
interesting.
Well, I'm not like other girls, so you better watch out.
Oh my
Moe's Tavern has like Simpsons characters painted all over the walls too.
Mm-hmm.
The vibe in there is just like unlike any other.
But they're the off-brand Simpsons characters. I don't remember.
You got to get away with it.
Yeah, well, they were like, it was like off-brand, like Simpsons style, so they could get away with it.
Yeah, because it's like Moe's Tavern. It's like based on The Simpsons, but
It doesn't look like the Simpsons version at all.
Listen, they're working with what they got.
Yeah, listen, it was dark. They did what they could do.
It's a bar. I think they weren't actually allowed to execute their full dream. But.
Yeah. They were like an original pop-up bar before.
Yeah.
They would have been a pop-up bar.
Yeah. A pop-up, but then continue staying there.
Yeah.
Yes.
A popped up bar.
Oh my God.
Propped up, if you will.
Haha.
No,
yeah,
no,
I'm good.
no,
Good. Settings are fine.
No, you know
I
what?
was checking a setting there.
No.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah, I'll wait.
Sorry, I was
Brian.
checking a setting and I was like, oh, wait, sorry.
Did you love those teachers? Oh, no, I'll wait. So it's like,
It's like, I'll wait. It's like,
Like, no, no,
waste
no,
my
I'm
time.
done.
I'm not even doing anything wrong. So dumb.
I get to go home at the same time every day. You say whatever you want.
Yeah, go ahead. Yeah, no, let's just sit in silence here while that one kid does whatever he wants. Like, what is the point?
it's like, what are we doing? Like, we're
One
just
kid. I know. I was only like 7 years old. I'm like, what are we doing, people? Like, let's go.
Yeah.
I mean, people were like that in college too, and I'm just like,
Yeah.
Can we not do this?
Wait, you guys had people misbehave in college?
Yes.
A handful, yeah.
No.
Just, it was always a white boy, and they always
What?
would be acting up and thinking that
believe
they should deserve some special treatment or
Something.
something. Yeah, just didn't want to behave.
What, they just like acted like out or something? Or what did they do?
It's the same shit. Did you ever be in a class and then like a kid would make the teacher cry and how uncomfortable that is?
No.
No.
In high school, there was this one fucking kid and they were just so mean. And everybody else is just like sitting there like, what do we do? Like the only adult in the room is like breaking down because of this child. It's a weird experience, but yeah.
Oh
Yeah.
my God. The worst I had was in undergrad. There was this white chick who had the rolly backpack, and you can never trust a bitch with the rolly backpack.
Oh,
And
did you
she
have
would
a rolly
always, Did Bridget have a rolly backpack?
Did you?
No?
Oh.
I had Scooby-Doo backpacks through like year 7, but I did
Okay.
not have a rolly backpack.
Okay, good.
What I would give for a Scooby-Doo backpack now, though. Anyways, continue.
Well, this girl was in my like journalism 101 class. This was when I was an undergrad, and she would just make like really underhanded comments throughout the class. And this was during like, I think it was
Bitch, roll your ass out of here.
I think it was Trayvon Martin, and she just said we had one black chick in our class that I had actually known since middle school. She was really chill, and this rolly backpack bitch just says, she's like, well, they just deserve it if they're gonna act up like that. And the other girl that I knew just like got up, was like, excuse me. I'm like, it's about to go down. She's gonna get her ass beat, and I'm gonna love it.
What the fuck?
You go to high school?
No, this was college.
This was in college?
This was at North Central College.
Oh my God.
Jesus.
Naperville, go figure.
Yeah, it's a private school. They're just like, here's my kid with a rolly
Jesus.
fucking backpack. Have fun.
Dude, rolly backpack in college?
Yeah,
Yes.
I want to know the Venn diagram of rolly backpacks and racist bitches.
Honestly, somebody do
How many
it.
of those
Somebody in the
overlap?
chat figure it out.
Dude, there's a lot of overlap, I bet.
Yeah, there's something's up there, dude.
Yeah.
Like, at some point, you got to pick up your backpack. Unless you got like a back problem, don't be rolling.
See,
I
now
think
we're
it's
thinking
rolling.
about it.
I think there's something related to, okay, you don't mind that you have a rolly backpack.
Mhm.
So you're obviously to some degree completely unaware of what's going on
Yes.
and like really just in your own mind. And I think that will really bode well for some racist results.
We are drawing a connection here that may never have been drawn, but also needed to be drawn.
It's like a conspiracy theory podcast where you're like, I have A and I have B. Is like, does it sound
Yeah, I got all the
plausible? Yes.
strings connected.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I hope there's no one with rolly backpacks in the chat right now. who's
Yeah,
like,
sorry if I
Imagine.
offended you. And
I
if you
have-
just start vibing with your rolly backpack, like go off. But
I
Yeah.
have many
Cool.
black friends, they say in the chat. It's like, okay, well, roll yourself right on out of here.
Yeah. You're not welcome in this Christian Minecraft stream.
No,
Yeah.
just trying to build houses and shit. You're over here. I did want to acknowledge that, you mentioned that you're not actually from the city of Chicago, but you did film your music video in Logan Square in the little skate park and everything.
When
that
she
I
says we're
pass
not
every
from
day.
Chicago, she means like up until we were 18, we lived in the suburbs, and then we both moved here for college. So it's been like 5 or 6 years that we've lived
That's
here.
like
So
you're
we
in
are from
Chicago then.
You
You're
live
from
in
Chicago
Chicago
now.
then.
Yeah.
She'd be lying. We are from Chicago and we lived here a while.
If somebody wants to start a fight over that, like, fine, let's go to fight for that.
Yeah.
Like, let's have this conversation.
No, I'll fight for that. Like, I'm fucking from here. I've lived here for 5 years and I grew up 40 minutes away. So
Yeah.
I feel pretty acquainted. But yeah, we filmed that right around my apartment on our little scooters. We were just zooming around the blocks.
Yeah. Adorable, by the way.
Yeah, we
What's
love
that?
good scoots.
Yeah.
Thank you. Those are good wheels, not racist wheels.
So you can ride a razor scooter, but you can't ride your backpack around.
Please don't.
If you could ride your backpack, that's something else.
Now,
Yeah.
there is that thing. We keep coming back to this like backpack thing, and I'm like,
the
let's just keep doing it.
strings.
But it's I'm just like, oh yeah, like you can ride your backpack around, or there's like some that are motorized. You can actually like sit on it.
That's
Most of those
crazy.
are for like going to the airport, not like
Those are weird. Yes, I've seen those.
Yeah.
It seems kind of fun, but also
I need to
like,
get to my gate.
you got to be at
And,
another
like,
level if you're like buying a
Yeah.
rolly suitcase.
Yeah.
Like I'd have to have a lot of money to drop money on that. Like, that's
And
the
I'd have to
last
be
thing I
like
think about.
living in an airport pretty much most of my life to like justify
Did
that.
you hear about that guy that like lived in O'Hare for like a few
Yes.
Mhm.
Good for him.
What do you mean?
He just like kept moving around gates and like lived in O'Hare for several months.
Yeah. And then
he
like
got caught and he got booted.
yeah, and then that stowaway lady too. She's like, "Ah, I just did it again." I'm like, "You know what? Good for you.
Cheat the system. Live your life.
I mean,
Live your life." She's having a good. She's not hurting anybody. She's just there.
Yeah. Yeah, I support
Let her be a stowaway.
100%, dude. Yeah.
so razor scooters, are they coming back? Are they coming back
They're
in
here.
fashion? And are you leading
They've
that?
come. They've arrived. Yeah.
Brian,
I mean,
where's your razor scooter?
I don't know. Maybe I need to get one. I feel left out.
I mean, I just never threw mine out. So I just wait till it comes back around like everything else, you know?
There you go.
You got to keep all your clothes you've ever had through your life because it'll come back.
Interesting.
You're much bigger now.
No, I've been the same. I've been the same. I've looked exactly the same since about 9th grade.
You know, it's funny that you're saying keep all your clothes because I literally just was like going through my old clothes and I pulled this to like get rid of because I've had this fucking shirt and I haven't worn it in
God.
Oh,
years.
shit.
Why would I wear this?
No, that's
I just
awesome.
pulled this to like put it on Depop because I'm like, I'm never wearing this again. It's been years since I've worn it. This fucking 21 Pilot shirt in my bedroom. I just
With like
I-
that tribal
like it.
print, basically.
yeah, dude. I have like a couple of those that I've just like hoarded, like old band tees that for some reason I was like, I can't let this go yet. And I think now's the time. I'm gonna drop some of those. I don't need that. I don't wear that shit. I just have it in my room.
But your razor scooter, you're like, I got to keep that.
Well, I kept mine. I don't know about you. Did you keep your Heelys?
I
you
do
keep your
have
Heelys?
Heelys.
Oh,
somewhere at my
shit.
parents' house, but I do
Heelys
not
to roll
have-
away from your feelies?
Yes.
Oh, Brian.
But I think I think my mom threw out our razor scooters or like gave
That's
them away.
upsetting.
Rude.
Yeah, my parents like kind of go like cycle through things. Like right after I moved out, they like updated the room and stuff like that. Like I don't know.
Oh, they really said she ain't coming back. It's fine. It's
Yeah,
fine.
it's just like move on, keep going, whatever. I get it, but
Your parents were like, you can go to O'Hare if you need a place to sleep.
Yeah.
yeah, I mean it's their house. Yeah, their space.
I get like my mom was like, you got to come back and get all this stuff. And I was like, yeah, fine. And I, 2 weeks ago, finally started to
God.
clear some stuff out. So
Dude,
like,
yeah, up
20
until-
years later.
Up until like last year, every time I saw my mom, she would be like, "Here's some more like garbage you left at home from like
Oh.
5 years ago." It would just be like, some weird random dress I like wore to a wedding like one time. She was like, "Do you want this?" And I'm like, "No."
And then like you could have texted me this picture and been like, "Ye or nah," and then we would not have dealt
it's
with
just
this.
every time I see, even sometimes now, like she'll just find something and be like, "Oh, you have to take this," and I'm like, "What?"
What?
Clearing house. She's erasing the memory of you from the house.
I mean, I grew up in like a small like ranch style house with like 2 bedrooms, and then I had 2 sisters. So I think once I moved out for the first time, they switched it over to my little sister's room, and then it just kind of kept going from there. So they don't have a lot of space.
That's fair. Yeah. If you have a lot of space at your parents' house, I'm like, just hold on to it. Especially if you're like living in Chicago, you're like, these apartments are small. These closets are even tinier. Like, I need you to hold on to this until I get like my more forever place that I live, like O'Hare.
You find out, like when I moved to O'Hare. But once you find out like that you haven't used something for like a few years, it's just been at your parents' house. Like at that point, you can like throw it away or sell it. Like it means like nothing to you. You haven't used it in years.
I did that with my Abby Dawn like hoodie collection from Kohl's, and now I'm very upset that I got rid of them. Very upset. Tragic. And it was the skeleton one. So, and I found it on like eBay, and somebody's selling it for like $300. I'm like, I'm a boo-boo. I'm a boo-boo the fool.
Dude, someone's selling a Kohl's item for $300
because it's Avril Lavigne brand.
Okay, it was made for like $3. That is atrocious.
I know.
Do not buy it.
That's how Depop works. Haley's about to fucking break the bank. She's gonna put that 21 Pilot shirt on and be like, vintage 21 Pilots, $60.
Dude, no, it would be cheaper to literally have it made yourself.
Yeah, like literally send the design to somebody on Etsy to hand make it.
One thing I found out, like,
what is authenticity?
I found out.
Let's get into it.
My Littlest Pet Shop is.
Oh. Yes.
I found out my mom like threw all of those away, like from when we were kids, like a few years ago, and then I just found out like those are going for so much money.
Yes.
Like it's just a tiny bobblehead. Like what the fuck?
It's like Polly Pockets too. People are like buying the old like Polly Pocket, like open up like pocket, whatever the fuck it was, like her own world.
Prime to chew on.
I hate you. Oh my god, dude. Yeah. That's crazy. Everything comes back around, you guys. That's what I'm saying. You can't throw anything out.
Dude, you're a hoarder then, though.
Yeah, that gets real dangerous.
Yeah, you're gonna end up on TLC's Hoarders Buried Alive, and then they're gonna interview everyone in your life,
and then I'll promote the band.
You'll be
like,
well,
I had to keep this because we're using it for a music video for our new EP that comes out on
I like hold up a QR code really.
You're like, hey, look, guys,
scan here.
I'm a code murderer right here.
I've definitely thought about like how much as a person throughout your life, how much like stuff you just accumulate and like carry with you.
We're back to the pollution segment.
Pollution segment. Where's AOC? Like, I swear to God.
Like I just have things in my life that I've had since like for a long time that I just like carry.
My skin, my bone.
Right. Like that. Yeah. You just like take every move. You just like you keep like moving your like pile of crap wherever you go in your life, and it's like attached to you, but it's not. You just care about it for some reason.
Yeah.
That's why you'll have to. The next step then is to become a tiny house owner.
Oh my god, it could not be me.
No, I like my stuff. I just think it's weird that I have so much stuff.
My mom. Oh my god, I found my baby teeth in like a box.
No, I don't. No,
that's a big hell no.
Like, why are you keeping that?
You should make a necklace.
Yeah, you could sell that on Etsy.
Why would you sell teeth?
There's an Etsy seller I follow because she has like other cute like bones, not human bones, but like bones, like jewelry. Beside the point. But she makes jewelry and she's like, oh, I bought these like old teeth from a dentist's office and makes it into like actual jewelry. And I'm like she'll make like a little mouth on like a cameo. I'm like, what the fuck?
Have you seen those like teddy bears? Those like stuffed animals that have like human teeth.
I don't know. Yes.
What can we say?
Those weird me out.
Podcast over because we talked too much about teeth.
There is a market for everything, and there's a market for our new EP coming out tomorrow.
Yes.
Surrealist.
There you go. There it is. We'll bring it back.
It's on the tooth necklace.
If you buy a cassette tape, I'll give you a baby tooth of mine. It has a QR code printed on it.
That reminds me of those like grain of rice they write your name on.
Oh yeah.
You never got one?
Don't act like we all know what that is.
We all know what that is.
I mean, I did.
You like go on a vacation and like somebody has a booth where she just like can write your name really tiny on a grain of rice, and then they put it in like a necklace, and you just like have a grain.
Wear it, and you're like, look at this, I'm cool, and everyone's like, okay.
Where did you go that they offered this to you?
Might have been Texas. I don't know. They have them everywhere. It's just like a weird tourist thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean,
they
listen,
have it, like Mall of America.
Yeah, I mean, like it's summer. You can walk down on Michigan Ave. You'll probably find somebody.
Yeah. Go get a little.
Somebody down on
granite.
Michigan Ave just writing on rice.
Yeah, it's fine.
That's the appeal. It's so small. How'd she do that? You know, but it's just like the QR code on a baby tooth.
Well, how did she do that though?
She just writes it. She's got a really little hand.
She just writes it with a pencil?
I don't know what the fuck she used to write it.
It's like a tiny.
It's like a little needle, probably with
Yeah.
like ink. It's like giving me the rice.
It's
I'm
like
giving me
a
the rice
magnifier.
tattoo.
Let me know if you guys want a rice merch drop. We can probably make that happen.
Rice merch drop when?
Rice
Okay,
pick and poke
exclusive.
merch drop when?
You guys, exclusive. Okay. I have an aunt that makes soap,
Oh my
and
god,
we're trying to get her to make us some OKCool soap.
I love that.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
So if you want to work with Take a Hike Records, we will get you really weird niche items like grains of rice and soap.
That's how
Well,
you sell.
That's how you
Good
do
stuff.
it. Our friend Nina Swint, her boyfriend's project Rare Candy, just
No,
they're launching like a lip gloss for their like merch.
Yeah,
And I'm
I
like,
saw the
that's
Rare
so
Candy lip
sick.
gloss. Very original, very cool. I 100% am in support of like any creative or wacky merch idea. I think it's, people have enough shirts now after all the shirts they've bought from bands. It's time to switch it up. So
We
yeah,
gotta
What else
do
are you
it.
going to have
Who
to
wears
keep moving
shirts?
from house to house?
Who
Exactly.
instead
wears
of
shirts anymore?
You need more weird stuff to accumulate, and we can
Yeah.
help you.
Oh, these are my
Add to your
vials of
hoard.
banned rice. I got
my
a bunch of rice from bands with my name
Yeah.
written on it.
We're
No
putting
more
out
guitar
cassettes.
picks. Rice only.
Right. We're putting out cassettes, and my mom asked me, like, just wondering, like, who even has a cassette player anymore? And I was like, Mom, that's not the point.
It's not the point, Mom.
It's not the point. It's so
Collector's
cool.
edition.
Yeah, she's
The kids like
okay.
it.
Collector's edition. Let's talk about your Take a Hike Records record label.
Yeah.
Does anybody shout it out at the end of the song? Like, yo, Take a Hike Records.
I don't know. It wasn't fully formed when we were still like writing and recording, was it?
I don't know.
I don't know. We've had these like two dual projects kind of side by side. So my dog and Bridget's cat have a cameo, but we do not shout out Take a Hike.
Well,
She left, yeah.
that was like a hip hop thing. And I remember like bands did it on like that Punkos Crunk thing. And like everybody was like shouting out the records, labels and stuff.
Lest we forget the iconic intro to Fall Out Boy's album Thriller.
Yes.
Correct,
Okay.
you do.
Welcome. It's here.
It's here.
FOB.
FOB. Dude, but it's like, okay, you really like haven't seen it since Fall Out Boy did it. And I'm like, it's either that this was the greatest of all time or nobody wants to try to compete. Everyone's going to be like, yeah, dude,
Yeah.
it's not as good as Jay-Z.
I
Like,
think it's best
can't do
left
it.
in the past, you know?
But it's
Fair.
nice to look back on and be like, I was so happy when I was listening to this.
Yeah.
No, but it's kind of like a gamer tag or something.
Oh my god.
Somebody I can think of that always does it is Jason Derulo. It's
Jason
Oh my
Derulo.
god.
You hear it in his song, every single song he's in. It's like Jason Derulo.
But that's
Yeah.
the thing. You never question. You're like, who's singing it? Oh, it's Jason
You know.
Derulo. I know.
What artist? Like your mom's in the
Mr.
car and she's like, "What
Worldwide."
artist is this? I like this singer. Oh, it's Jason Derulo."
Jason Derulo has 0 Shazam plays. No one has ever left wondering. They always know. There's no question. I think that is actually a really like insane thing to do. Put your name in your song. You must be the most confident person
Yeah.
to ever walk this
I
earth.
wrote my name on it like a piece
I
of
put
rice. My
literally
name is all over
name.
this.
I sung my name in the song. That's what I did.
Bridget Stevens.
Stop.
But it's like if you were a feature, because it's always like these like feature things where they have like their little tag that goes
Yeah.
in before like they start, or like the DJ who created the song or whatever that is, they always have like their tag to let you know that it
what?
was like them that made it. But
If we ever
like,
get a feature, maybe we'll do that.
yeah,
Yeah.
like for
You're
you,
just
it would
gonna
be
have
like
to
just
explain
shout
to
out
the
record
band
label.
and be like, hey, I gotta do this. I promised it once on a podcast.
Right.
You have to be okay with it.
yeah,
The one
to the bit.
exception.
Yeah.
they'd be like, I think we should take that out. Can't take it out. It stays. It stays.
It was
The
in that
tag
contract
stays.
that we signed. It's there.
Yeah.
Just didn't read it well.
The verbal
Sorry.
contract.
Everyone in the chat now is going to be like,
They're just
Here are the
dropping
people that did
who,
it.
like- yeah. It's like
Boyz II Men did it. 50 Cent did it. I was thinking like Rick Ross always does the like Maybach music.
Yeah, I like.
And then
Pitbull's always says Mr. Worldwide.
Mr. Worldwide.
At least it's a cool like alternate name and not just his literal first and last name.
Like Pitbull.
You know who else?
His
does
name
it?
is actually Pitbull.
Yes. Yeah, Mr. Worldwide to you.
Mr. Worldwide.
Come on, Brian.
Shakira,
Show some
it always is
respect.
like Shakira.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a good one though.
that one is cool.
So you could do that. I mean, Shakira's not in your
Lay.
band, but you can still do it. What if you
Yeah.
shouted out Shakira in your song?
She would never notice or care.
Yeah.
Shout out Shakira every day.
Because we should.
Yeah. She really paved the way for OKCool.
I finished brushing my teeth. I put my hand up to the sky and I just say Shakira's name.
Shakira.
Shakira.
Back to it.
And back to your day.
Gotta pay homage.
Just it's real simple steps, honestly.
So take a hike records.
Anyways, yeah.
I love these tangents, by the way. I'm actually like finding these very
We
funny.
are only made of tangents, but yeah, we started Take a Hike Records so that we could help like sell bands merch online. We kind of needed to do it for Weekend Run Club, and then we're like, we're gonna need to do it for OKCool, and maybe we can set up a kind of system where we can help other bands in the Chicago scene and just like bands in general kind of figure this out, because there's like a lot of weird like tax related issues and questions when it comes to like selling online legally.
Yeah. And like, yeah, I went to college for this kind of stuff and it's still really confusing to me. So like, I can't imagine like how it is to people who like haven't gotten the opportunity to go to college yet and are like just wondering how to even do this. And it's just like, there's so many stupid steps to everything ever. And it's just this kind of thing where it's like, okay, we already went through the ringer once and I would love to like let other people skip that stuff because it's so horrible. And I just think it's like it would be very neat to kind of make a community around that and like just help people make stuff. I think just as the bottom line, we like making stuff. We like when our friends make stuff. So we want to help our friends make stuff.
Yeah, we've just like been in the scene for a handful of years now, and we're definitely not like the experts or anything. But if we can like help anybody kind of figure out at least what we know, it'd be fun. Yeah.
Absolutely. So it's more of like are you releasing music on it as well, or is it primarily for like this?
Right now, we just have Weekend Run Club and OKCool kind of on the label, and I think we're looking to expand that to more people as soon as we kind of get this EP out and get a little more situated with our own stuff, just because it's a lot to focus on right now. But we have had a couple people reach out already with interest and stuff, so we're in the works with some people.
Alice asked, how does one apply to the label? You can just email us. The email is on our website. So our website is takeahikerecords.limitedrun.com. But I'm pretty sure our Gmail is takeahikerecords@gmail, right? Yeah, you can email us. You can also just hit up OKCool. Like we're the same people. It's us. Like there's a lot of ways to find us.
You can just jump in the Zoom call and just
just come on in. It's
talk
fine.
to us now.
Just come on in. Yeah. Just hit us up, man.
Yes, hit us up.
Nice. But yeah, that's really cool.
We could always do the live, live pitching. Somebody just comes on, they pitch their band, and you're like, it's like The Voice and American Idol. You're like, I'm sorry.
We'll do the
sorry,
Anthony
dog.
Fantano thing.
Bridget will be Randy Jackson, obviously.
And you both will simultaneously be each half of Simon Cowell.
Jesus Christ.
One of you will play the bad side, and one of you will play the good side.
Guess which one will do which. Guess, Lizzie. Guess.
I'm scared.
I can be your
I hate
angle or
everything.
your devil.
Angle or your devil. Fuck. Enrique Iglesias. No, it doesn't work with him.
No.
Yeah. So that's really interesting though, because I would, we talk a lot about labels on here and we're like, nobody needs labels. But when it comes to creating a label or creating something like that for building the community around both your bands, obviously more as like a means to an end for yourselves, but also then being like, no, let's help our community by doing the things that like actually make you money, which is not usually something you hear a label want to do for its artists. They want to make money for themselves. But in this case, like you're like, no, let's all help each other learn the landscape here. I think that's really awesome.
There's a lot of stuff with being a band that you wouldn't necessarily think of, but like the promoting and the booking, and there's just a lot of sides to it. And if you don't have any experience or you don't have the connections, it can be really intimidating and hard to like figure that out by yourself. So Without Bridget, I wouldn't have figured any of that out for us. So.
Oh my gosh. It's like, it's not the kind of thing where like, we think like you can't do it by yourself. Like you absolutely can. I guess it's more of just like, if you have a lot going on and you don't necessarily want to, like, I'm just, very open and willing to like help people out. Cause I feel like this is some like the only stuff that I really feel like I kind of get. And so it's like, why not kind of center it on that and, be available for people if they want it. That's really kind of the end goal. Yeah. Be your own hero. Be your own boss.
Yep. Yeah.
Boss baby.
Boss baby only. No girl bosses in the chat.
Girl boss. Me and Bridget ironically say girl boss to each other all the time because it's just like, dude, shut up.
We ironically, fake ironically stan Kamala Harris. We actually hate her, but like we ironically love her.
Yeah.
She is a girl boss.
Big girl
It's
boss.
like-
Hashtag girl boss energy.
Yeah. We all know someone who says that.
Yeah. I hate it.
You try explaining it to Gen Xers now too, and they're like, oh no, but it's so good. No. Wait a second. No. Back it up. Back it up.
That's showbiz.
So true.
I think like people that I like, know and care about, like friends, close friends who are like, oh, we're out, and they're like, yeah, girl boss. It's like, I liked you, but now you're like this.
Yeah.
But now you're like this. I've seen We've Fallen.
Where am I supposed to go now?
Girl boss implies the existence of a woman boss.
It implies the existence of
Boy boss.
a lot of things.
Yeah,
actually.
boy boss. Do we really want
Boy
boy
boss.
bosses still?
No.
No.
I said non-binary boss. Absolutely.
Non-binary
I
boss.
support that.
Yes.
NB
Yes.
boss.
And yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. More bosses that aren't.
I was just
Me,
cracking
I
my
guess.
neck. You don't have to make fun of me. Oh, I'm sure.
We're doing NSYNC.
I'm sure. This is our dance.
Boy boss sounds like something that somebody would put in their Tinder profile under their picture of them holding up a giant fish.
Of course.
Oh my
it's
God.
a carp. A
Yeah.
carp. 6'7" if that matters.
Oh God. I need
3
like
feet
some.
if that matters.
I've like been
If
seeing
that
so
matters.
many of those jokes, and I've like never really been on dating apps, and I'm like, is this how it is? This
Yes.
sounds awful.
It is. Don't.
I
It's
would-
not.
I
It's
would
honestly
love-
so stupid.
I would love to put Lizzie on a dating app
I
and
don't
just
like
see
that
her
at all.
reactions to everything.
Chris says boy boss would be in Ted Cruz's bio.
Yeah, absolutely.
I don't like that, but it's very accurate.
Boy boss, Zodiac killer.
Zodiac killers only in the chat.
There he was making all of his little, cryptology shit. It's like literally once you translate, it just says hashtag boy boss.
Oh my God.
He's ahead of his time.
I knew that one day I would be a hashtag boy boss. Lizzie, I'll let you ask the next question. Never mind. Let me step back a step.
Wow, look at you.
I'll let you lead
Being
the
so
next
courteous.
conversation. You know what? For you, Lizzie,
being a
from
boy
one
boss.
boy boss
He is
to
a
a girl
boy
boss.
boss.
From a boy boss to a girl boss. Let's.
I need you to update your Instagram and Twitter to say that. And explain it to nobody unless they were here.
No,
then
I'd
they
have
would
to.
know.
I'd explain it to everybody. I'd be like, look, it's ironic and it's from an episode of the podcast. I do not think of myself as hashtag boy boss. Like, please don't misread,
you
misread
really
this.
should.
You did this too for hashtag. I have to believe
yeah.
that you're a hashtag
Yeah.
boy boss.
Boy boss shirt's coming soon. Alice, get out of here.
I did want to ask you guys about the two singles that are out right now. As we are speaking, obviously the EP comes out later tonight. Can you tell us a little bit about those more so? So I know one of them I screwed up because I haven't watched Kill Bill since 2012 when I was in high school film class and
She
Brian
did not
pointed
get the
out to
reference
me.
of the title. I was like,
No, I thought it was Five Finger Death Punch, and I'm like, oh, okay,
Yeah,
that's
you
kind
thought it
of
was
silly.
an homage to Five Finger Death Punch.
Mhm.
Yeah, people keep
Yeah.
saying that. People keep saying that as the title to me, and I'm like, no.
Yeah, no,
it's
that's
got
what
nothing to
I.
do with them.
Yeah,
Yeah, no, I
it's
saw
just
it,
too
and then Brian
current.
was like, "Let me correct it," and I said, "I don't know. I haven't had time to watch movies since I graduated high school. I went to school for 7 years. I'm so sorry."
Oh my god. Yeah,
I got
but yeah,
it right
no.
away.
Just a Kill Bill reference. No, no death punches here. Yeah,
Well, it
but
is
it
a
is
death
also
punch.
like not the actual term from Kill Bill, so I guess it's a little bit
Right.
of my fault. Because the actual term from Kill Bill is like 5-point palm exploding technique.
Yeah.
And I just remembered it as the title of the song. And like when I went to go look at it, I was like, I kind of like mine better. So I just decided to keep it.
Yeah. Really, they just needed to consult you on what to call it.
Yeah, it just made a little bit more sense to me for some reason. I don't know why.
Yeah.
You do know better than Quentin Tarantino.
I absolutely do.
I think a lot of people do. I think a lot of people know better than Quentin Tarantino.
Yeah, I do want to clarify. We do not endorse Quentin Tarantino or any of his stupid actions. He is not a boy boss, but we do endorse Uma Thurman. She's amazing in that movie. She is a girl boss in that movie. And that movie, that like entire energy of her role and the way she plays it is just really, I don't know. It just makes you feel really good and it just makes you feel inspired. And so I kind of used a couple of references from that movie to just kind of illustrate some of the other points that I was making on the album and just thinking about like all the people I listen to that make cool like references to media and stuff like that and things that you can really kind of like look up if you want to. And so I wanted to try to emulate that with the lyrics going in and just make a little bit more thought behind like what I was writing and why.
So what is the theme or are the themes, if there's multiple, that you were kind of like going for on this EP?
I was definitely going for Kill Bill or just like comparing several different things to moments in Kill Bill. Just like as far as like I should buy a sword and kind of thinking about like
yes.
So that song is called I Should Buy a Sword, and in the end it says rats in the attic, and that's kind of a reference to the scene where she goes into Hattori Hanzo's place and she's looking for him to make her a new sword. And she, says how she's got vermin, and he goes like, "What kind?" And she says, "Huge." And then he draws the name on the window really slowly.
Yeah, and then does a little like swipe
when
he puts the
eye.
And
it's like weird.
It kind of pauses and then does it, and it's like so perfect.
Detail
and, like,
is so good. You get it.
I'm obsessed with Kill Bill.
It's so well done.
1 and 2 are up there as my like couple of my favorite movies. So
yeah,
yes, I get it
for sure. Yeah, so that moment really spoke to me, and just like kind of this thing where it's like, man, I wish I had a sword to fight off all these annoying things I have to think about all the time. And then just in terms of 5-finger exploding heart technique, I think like the energy for that song kind of led to what I wanted to call it, because I just really wanted to match the energy that I think that I created in that song. And I thought about the awesome like maneuver that she does to, spoiler alert, kill Bill.
What?
And I would never thought.
That just kind of goes along with the themes of the song, where it's kind of talking about being a woman and being a queer person, and when gross men call you things, and just kind of like an allusion to like fuck you when it's just like instant death.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, just kind of that attitude, and just kind of that, I don't know, that very powerful feminine energy that Uma Thurman exudes in that movie. It just really, I just felt like I had to write about it somehow. So yeah, that's that stuff.
Yeah, I get it.
I get it. Now, did you ever get that sword? Is the real question.
Not yet. My birthday's coming up soon, so
there we go.
So
maybe you should think about that.
If the EP does well, if you stream it, if you watch the video, let's get some money coming in. Let's get the money rolling in.
Money to buy Bridget a sword.
There it is. Check
out our GoFundMe.
Our sword fund me.
Yeah.
Actually, limited edition OKCool swords, but describe like you just can't kill anybody with them.
First of all, don't tell me what to do with the sword that I will 100% buy. I own the sword. I can do what I need to do with that sword.
Okay.
Yeah, once that sword's in your hands, that's your sword.
Okay, fun fact though, I did take fencing a long time ago.
Okay.
When I was like a preteen, I took fencing classes at the park district. So
Nice.
I love that fact.
You guys should watch out. You guys should watch your back, is all I'm saying. Thank you.
So really what Bridget is saying in our celebrity death match of duos against each other, Bridget's going to be bringing the fencing equipment and packing heat.
Another crazy, weird fun fact is that I have a black belt in Taekwondo.
Oh my God.
So you literally get like when these beefs start coming down, like you're literally on.
Actually, when things lift up from COVID, I'm gonna trust Bridget to save me in a situation over Brian in a situation.
Well, me and Bridget have a constant debate about who would win in a fight between us. And there's this machine at Replay the bar.
You're gonna bring this up?
It's the machine. You like?
Do you give me another beer?
Yeah, give me another beer. I'll take it. there's this punch machine, and you hit it as hard as you can, and it gives you like a number score.
Oh, okay, yeah.
I outpunched Bridget so hard. So I really don't think that she would win, but she still, for some reason, thinks that she would have a leg up for some reason.
Now, if I'm not mistaken, is Taekwondo... What is Taekwondo? Do you punch or do you just like
bullshit?
Is that is that
No,
isn't that one where you
Do
like
you
have them on the ground
punch,
and you're like
Brian?
holding them and you're like, I'm gonna hug it out of you?
No, it's just like self-defense more than anything. It was just kind of a lot of telling you how to get out of situations where someone like has grabbed you,
Gotcha.
which I actually like really liked to have, because when I got that black belt, for context, I was in like 7th grade. So I was just very afraid of the world and being in the world. So it was a good thing to have. And I took those classes with my brother. So it was a nice thing we could do together after school. So yeah, a little fun fact about me.
Nice.
Interesting. You're afraid of the world in 7th grade, because I don't think I ever thought about my surroundings once in 7th grade.
Oh my God.
I was just vibing.
Haley's bringing out the what does anxiety feel like in 7th grade and being like, what?
I was more self-conscious about myself. I wasn't like thinking other people would care.
Fair.
Yeah. I was very inward in 7th grade.
Yeah, I wasn't very much about my surroundings as much as myself.
As an introspective 7th grader.
It's such an interesting mix, because you like are the grossest you've ever been, but you're also super self-conscious, but you also don't do the right things to like make it better.
I know. You just kind of wallow in it for a long time. I guess that's why we're all emo now.
Yeah. And everyone's like, why am I regressing back to these terrible days? It's like, because I want to make sure that when I was in 7th grade having a not great time, they could be like, oh, this bitch is actually me in the future. Yes.
Yeah.
Right.
I'm better, but I'm still equally not mentally okay.
Right. Exactly. You still somehow managed to glow up, though, despite all of that.
Yeah, I think we're all a lot less greasy and a lot less annoying.
I really hope that all of us are a lot less annoying.
I hope so.
I hope so.
I think you favorited it, so it came on my timeline, but it was like, you have to be annoying when you're like 12 to 14. Otherwise, you're annoying when you're in your 20s.
Yeah, that one's fair.
Yeah, that's
fair.
true. That is absolutely true.
Yeah, you got to get it out of your system.
I feel like the problem is that now I have a podcast. So it's like when I was annoying in 7th grade, I was just like, that's annoying literally to like 5 people. And they're the only ones around me.
Though.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I didn't have a Facebook in 7th grade.
Memories, dude. That shit hurts sometimes. You're like, ugh.
That shit hurted it.
It wasn't there in 7th grade for me.
Yeah, dude. I actually didn't go on Facebook till I was in like 8th grade or something. But I remember being like scared to post things, like scared to change my picture. What if nobody likes it? Ooh, right? It's like this, like, oh my God, like this is life or death. And then nobody gives a shit, and it's way better.
Yeah.
I got the whole like you can't trust people on the internet type thing. So I would like make my account, but I would use a fake name.
Oh my God.
Because I was like, what if somebody tries to murder me? Because growing up, I watched a lot of like true crime shows for some reason as a child. So I just thought everyone's going to kill me. And then I grew out of that.
Nice.
I still think everyone's going to kill me, but I use my real name.
What was your fake name? Your alias?
My alias?
Yeah. It was
more my scene kid name.
You had a scene kid name?
How could I not?
Does everyone have scene kid names?
Everybody does, yeah.
Yeah. Bridget.
I wasn't really a scene kid, I guess.
You guys give us scene kid names?
God, indoctrinate us. Please.
Okay, what do we think Bridget and Haley's scene kid is? No, we can give them one.
I mean, your scene names are kind of like...
We're going to bless them
cut our palms open.
Oh my God.
Jesus.
Oh my God.
They had to dedicate themselves to this cult, and like we have to do it 100% and then move into the Logan Square cult apartment all together to seal it.
Is that like around that church on Logan Boulevard?
Yeah.
It's fair. That all makes sense.
I had like a name that I would use for a lot of websites that was just like H Music was
wow.
Because I was like, yeah, that's the first letter of my name, and then I like music, so I thought that was really cool. What was yours was probably something about lions. What was it? Come on, spit it out.
Lions 236. And then later on, it was Green Day 623 was my username on teeninc.com.
Oh my God!
Where I would write poems and post them anonymously. It's no longer there. You can't find it. I've already tried. Anyone
It
who's
can't hurt
watching,
you anymore.
mind your business.
Mind your business.
That was a vibe, like when you're in middle school and you like find a chat room on the internet. Like, what the fuck?
You're like, what is this? I was like very active on the 4Kids forum, like
Oh my
that
God.
like TV network.
I didn't know that was one. That
Oh,
seems a
yeah,
lot
okay.
safer than like just the random fucking ones I found.
Yeah.
It was like, oh,
Wow.
let's talk about our like cartoons that we watch in the morning. And I
I
was like,
found one-
yeah, let's go.
That's so fun. I was playing pool with a stranger.
That's funny. I found one as like FL Tron or something. So you just like move this little bar around and like try not to hit the edges.
Mhm.
Okay, so snake.
Yeah, basically. But then I just did like a chat room too. It's just like the weirdest thing.
How can you chat and do it at the same time?
Yeah.
Well, when you're waiting for a game, obviously.
Oh, obviously.
Duh.
Remember,
In the
I was
waiting
like,
room, come on.
I was playing like billiards with a stranger online when I was young, and he like said the word Jesus, and I got so scared that I left.
What?
Oh my God.
I
Oh my
would
God.
too. You probably
This is
like
my Christian Minecraft
you
server
probably
at all.
saved yourself.
Chris is talking about Omegle, which I'm sure
I-
we've all spent time on.
Yeah, what it is now is significantly
no.
different from what I knew in like early college. And everyone's
Yeah,
like,
I
"Oh
mean-
yeah, I just use that to like talk to friends." No, that's not what it's for. That's not what
Yeah.
that's not
I
what it's
never-
for.
I never did the video one because we were just like so scared of it when I was a kid. But it was like whenever it was a sleepover, everybody would just like, let's fucking go on Omegle, how fun, whatever. You just like get with your friends and you're all just like scared of everybody. And you're like, this
Yeah.
is so fun.
I'm just gonna see dicks, and I'm like, I
yeah,
don't.
I'm gonna
I
Yeah,
don't
it's like,
want
why would I
people
want to do
go on
that?
Omegle.
I just don't.
Somehow, dude, I would like go on a Omegle and like end up like helping someone through something. Like what?
I don't want that either, though.
What?
And now like someone's telling me about their problem. I'm like, oh, dude, that sucks. Like, here's how I can help. It's like, come on, man. Just let me be 12.
I mean,
Let me
12.
be
What's going on
12.
here? Why you on here?
Yeah.
Let me be 12.
Let me be a whole
I
ass
definitely had that
12-year-old.
experience where somebody's like, the worst thing in my life just happened. And you're like, oh, okay.
I'm literally a child, but go ahead.
Lay it on.
I've had no life experience to help you. Please
Yeah.
lay it on me. Whatever.
Dude, that's
that-
what being a kid is having no experience, but thinking you can like talk someone through something.
Yes.
You're like, I am
This is
the
my unsolicited
psychologist.
advice.
And then you do, and it like actually helps.
I don't know if it actually did or if you just get that gratification from a weird
how would you ever
stranger.
know? You can't
I don't
find them
know.
again, right? It's
Yeah.
like all random.
Unless somebody listens to this podcast, they're like, I remember. And then they get a hold of us and it's like,
you
mm.
saved me.
I hate
I was there. I've kept your name close to my
Oh,
heart. I owe my entire life to you.
I feel like that news story is coming soon and it's going to be like, this would never happen. And then it doesn't. We're like, okay, now what else happens next? Are my dark secrets about to come out?
Shut it
I
down.
don't know.
Shut it all down.
Yeah.
Beautiful tangent. Chicago Reader did a write up on you, which is pretty sick.
Yeah, pretty sick.
How did that come about? And yeah, tell us about that.
So we hired a PR person for the first time with this album release.
Okay.
Her name is Alex, and they were super helpful. And yeah, Bridget wants the little
they
microphone.
they play bass in a band called Short Fictions.
Oh, I
So,
like short fiction.
amazing band. I really liked the idea of just having somebody to help that was actually in a band and in the scene and knows like that firsthand experience that sometimes, you know, like other people in agencies and PR places like that, they're a little bit kind of removed, you know, they don't know the struggle. And I feel like it was good to have somebody who like plays the same music as us and likes the same music as us and is actually like, you know, really involved in that scene. So it's been awesome to work with them. And they've done a great job pitching to more national media so that I can focus on more local media and just kind of divide the work that way. So it's been a really cool experience.
Yeah, it's awesome.
Yeah, it's like a divide and conquer type of method.
Absolutely. Yeah. Just, you know, just a lot of emailing, but it's always nice to have somebody help you out. So
I will say we got hit up twice to do this interview.
Yeah, with you. One was you, and then one was Alex, and I was like really confused. And I'm like, oh, well, thank you, but we have them coming on already, and we're really excited. Really, but thank you.
Okay, cool. It's like we have. They are.
Yeah,
here they are.
Yeah, we'd be grinding. So apologies.
No, it's good. No. You
gotta double tap it. You gotta make sure.
But just put it in the fucking grave, man.
We're coming, Jesus, whether you like it or not.
Yeah.
We have your password and we're going to be streaming.
Shotgun noises coming for you. No, I love, I'm always very interested in how, like when I was growing up in bands, and I say growing up because I was a literal child, being in bands, and you're like, oh, I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. I like music and singing's fun. And then like people are there and they're all like, woo. And then you're like, yeah. And you're like, I don't know how to fucking do, like you said earlier, merch. I don't know how to do PR. I don't know how to do booking. I don't know how to do any of this shit. And then it turns out all of that responsibility is entirely on you as the band. Yeah. And it's very interesting now that so many people are actually finding like these resources that they know that they need, or they have skills that are outside of their instrument, outside of just playing shows. They're like, no, I know graphic design, I know video, I know photography. Like
you almost have to now. It's like it's really hard to get out there if you're just like playing your instrument in a band and you like nobody knows how to book, nobody knows how to like do anything else. You'll never get a show. You'll never be able to like do the things you want to do. So it's like you have to be multifaceted and wear a lot of hats.
Yeah, but also like it's not that it's complicated. It's just that you have to put a lot of time into things that you don't necessarily want to do.
Yeah.
I definitely am like not the biggest fan of like promoting myself at all in any shape or form. I say in like one of the singles, like I don't even want to be like singing. Like I don't like it. Okay. Listen to the record to find out more about that. But it's the kind of thing where it's like, well, until we get the chance to have a team, this is how it's going to be. And that's why I just kind of like want to absorb as much information as possible and meet as many people as possible. So, we can make those big steps without having people like other people to rely on, because it's just the fruit. It's honestly just like a monetary decision. So that way we can put our money into recording and, doing all the things to improve our music and, buy equipment for ourselves to help make demos and stuff like that. So that's kind of where that comes from for me.
Yeah. The artist's goal is to be the artist. And if the art is good, then people will like it. But then you're like, well, I've spent so much time sending out emails for booking. I've spent so much time researching shit. I've spent so much time learning how to like self-create all this. I learned Photoshop. I learned Illustrator, just so I could do shit. And it's like, oh, right, I have to fucking also write a song. It
really feels like there's just no time. That's why I've been telling Haley, it's like, man, I can't write right now. Like I just am not in that zone at all. I just don't feel like artsy at all. I'm just, sending emails and just doing press, and there's nothing wrong with that. It's just, the consequence is that it's the other side of it. You're just kind of flipped right now. Like it's so funny how many people have been asking us like, are you working on anything right now? It's like, I'm working on this.
I'm working on doing this.
Like, hey, you just asked me a question, so I'm working on it.
Exactly. And I would love to be working on things right now, but the reality is that I just don't have the time for that or the space in my brain to do both things simultaneously. So
yeah. I feel like when I was an undergrad, one of my TV professors, she ran one of the local TV stations, and she said, I love my job 80% of the time, but the other 20% is like budgeting and like kind of like all this business admin stuff. She's like, and I hate it, but the rest of it kind of balances out in the end. And that's kind of like how I see when it comes to like these different like creative endeavors, whether it be a band or like even us running the podcast. It's kind of like that, tug and pull with it, and that as long as you really, really enjoy and really like it, that kind of like 20% of like extra work is kind of worth it in the end. And that's how I kind of like to see it and like believe that that's how it actually is and should be.
Yeah, there's like hard parts to it, but I wouldn't say we like hate this side of it either, because there is something like very gratifying. Like you get these like small rewards, like you get published in something, or you like book a podcast, even like just things like this. You just get these like little feelings of like, okay, it's working, it's getting out there. Like, oh, look, we got a good amount of streams today. There's like, it's rewarding to put yourself out there and then have it stick in some places too.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the creation like of all parts of it, I think, is still valuable. Like the part of like, I need to post something on Instagram, I need to tweet today, or that kind of thing, can still be of value and still make you feel like rewarded, even though it's not the music
most
part.
Rewarding part of the process. It's not like the favorite part, but there are rewarding parts to it too. For sure.
And especially like the amount of people who are very glad to have you be part of what they're doing. So whether it's like a local magazine or it's a podcast like you guys, like, you know, the amount of people that have welcomed us with open arms, like, you know, they didn't know us at all and they hadn't heard us at all. And like, they had nothing to do with us. And, you know, still was like, yeah, come on my podcast, or like, let's write about you. It's just like very sweet. And it's kind of reminds me of like this whole artistic community is just very giving. And so it just makes me happy to be part of. Like, it's a lot of work and it's a lot of time, but it's also a lot of very genuine people. So I wouldn't have it any other way.
Yes.
Yes.
That's very sweet.
Yeah, that's adorable. Love it. Final answer.
Yeah, final answer.
On that note, we have been recording for a little over an hour now, so I want to make sure that we have a chance here to say your plugs, and then we will wrap up the recording. We'll continue speaking to our chat over on Twitch after that. But let's give everybody the information of where they can find you on the internet. It can be just your band, or it can be you guys personally, or whatever.
Yeah, find us in real life. No, don't.
Catch me
don't
on
do
the
that.
streets.
Do that to nobody.
Fight. I got loud. Everywhere we are OKCool band. TikTok, Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, just OKCool. It's with the O and the K as letters. Don't spell it out. Be a real one, you know, just the letters and then cool, and you will see our faces. And that's our stuff. And Take a Hike Records at .limitedrun.com until we buy the domain. And that's our stuff.
That's takeahikerecords.limitedrun.com. Yeah, that's it.
And go stream the videos and go stream on Spotify.
Yeah, check out Surrealist tonight at midnight or 11 or whatever it comes out.
Whatever, it doesn't matter.
I don't know, whenever it comes out. I don't know.
It'll be out soon.
Dude,
Yeah,
Alice with the link. That's what we're talking about.
Yeah.
Always got the
Alice
link.
is on top of it.
Look at you. Thank you.
Everybody who's in the stream chat better go and immediately pre-save it.
Yep.
One pre-save
Or I
equals one
swear to
prayer.
God.
One pre-save
Satan.
equals one baby tooth sent to you.
Oh,
Yeah. Oh God. And scribes with the QR code. Come on.
yeah.
Lord.
Inscribe.
Well, yeah. So go and follow and go and do all the good stuff there. Check out OKCool stuff. If you're listening to this on Monday, it's already out, so you can go check it out now. Get on it. Run that shit up. And Haley, Bridget, it's been excellent speaking to you tonight. And
You as well.
hell yeah. I love that.